friends, this is Chaya and I'm back after a long gap. I hope you guys have missed me. Sorry about the fact that we didn't do videos in the last couple of weeks. We kind of got busy actually doing online sessions on mastering the art of communication skills with a bunch of youngsters, and the last 3 weeks I got busy with that and it was great fun. So during those sessions, one of the topics that I took up in that, I thought let me make a short video for all of you, and it is about net etiquette or netiquette. Now what is netiquette? It's basically the etiquette that we follow in the cyberspace, especially in today's day and world where majority of our work is being done online, whether it's sessions, it's classes, emails, calls. Our life seems to have been taken over and most of it is in the cyberspace. And when we get so used to doing things in that cyberspace, sometimes we tend to forget that we are not talking to a person face to face. We are just about sending an email. So what is it that I'm saying? How is it that I'm saying it in that net space becomes very, very important. So I'm just going to share a couple of basic ground rules that one should keep in mind whenever we are using the cyberspace. Because you must remember that we have very little control over the cyberspace. It's not like a piece of paper that I've written a letter and I can tear it up and throw it. Or it's not as if I can go back to a person while I'm talking and I stop and I said, oops, I shouldn't have said that. And then you retrace your steps. This cyberspace can be pretty much scary and dangerous, especially because of artificial intelligence. Your words, your actions, whatever we do online are captured somewhere. Someone is watching it, even though you may think that you've deleted it. There is a copy of it somewhere floating around in the cyberspace on a cloud somewhere, and you never know when it's going to come and bite you in the back. So one of the first things that one should remember when we are online and engaging in any activity, today the social media space is very big. We have WhatsApp, we have Telegram, we have WeChat, we have Skype, and Instagram, Facebook Messenger, Google Duo, Google Chat. I mean, the list is endless and I probably haven't even covered half of the things that are available out there. There's probably a reason why TikTok was pulled down. Was it just because of the Chinese influence? I think not. I think it was because people misused that cyberspace and did what they did on TikTok, and that's why it was pulled down. Remember, every time we are interacting on cyberspace, it's a human being interacting with another human being. Don't forget that. It's not a machine, it's not a robot that is reading your messages. It's another human being who can't see your face. He can't see what mood you were in when you were writing it. So it could go and upset the other person. So be very careful. Please remember that the other person is not a robot. Think of the fact that when we are entering certain data on certain sites, we put in a CAPTCHA. And that CAPTCHA is to prove that I am not a robot. If I'm proving that on a bank website, let's do it when we are exchanging emails and posting things online. Where are we? What is the space? Because if something is okay on a one-on-one chat with a person, that same message may not be okay in another group. Something that you received from a very closed friend group may not be appropriate to be sent on a professional group. And we are part of so many groups today, not just on WhatsApp, Telegram, and so many other places. I've posted it, I've seen this post on Facebook, so I'm very, very, very keen on sharing it elsewhere. Who am I sharing it with? What is the content that I'm sharing? Is it appropriate? Step back, look at it, read it, reread it, and only then hit that send button. When I have gotten to enough of arguments online with friends, should I call them friends? They're part of a group where I've objected to the content that's been posted on a group. And I've been called names. Some people have called me pseudo-intellectuals. I've been called a pseudo-secular person. Doesn't matter. It can hurt. It can hurt Out of 10 people in a group, a message should be such that all 10 of them feel comfortable reading it. It shouldn't even hurt one person's feelings over there. So what is good for one space may not be good for another space. Remember that. Sometimes you're anonymous because they can't see you. They can't see the mood you're in when you've written that particular email or that particular post or that Twitter share. So make use of that anonymity. Make use of the fact that they should be able to understand what kind of a person has actually posted it. Your grammar, the syntax, the content, go through it, read it, reread it. Always follow this. In the good old days, we used to have this saying which still holds true, which says, do unto others as you would them to do unto you. Why can't we practice this on a cyberspace? Why can't we practice this on the net also? Would you really be happy to read if somebody had sent that to you? If your answer is no, don't send it. Would you have been happy to read a particular post? If your answer is no, don't forward it. So these are the things. And just to throw a little bit more light on email etiquette specifically, because we keep writing email, be very careful who's in the to column, who's in the CC column, and as far as possible, avoid the BCC column. CC comes from the good old days where we used to put carbon sheets and write a letter. Copy to, carbon copy to. And that's how it is. And I have seen a lot of people using the BCC option only to make sure I'm corresponding with 10 people and I'm keeping my boss in the loop, but the other 10 people don't know that the boss is in the loop. I'm just trying to be good in my boss's eyes. My boss knows who all this mail has gone to, but those poor guys don't know. So they might respond in such a way, and most of us might hit the reply to all button, especially when we are using Outlook. And another feature that Outlook gives us, is a delivery report, a read report. I think WhatsApp also gives us the option, single tick, double tick, blue tick, green tick, red tick, whatever it is. People can disable that. So if I'm waiting, oh yeah, he's got it. Blue tick means he's read it. No. Blue tick means he's opened it on his phone or elsewhere. But what is the guarantee that the other person has actually read it? I remember the days when I started using Outlook and I used to get this host of delivery messages. It's been delivered. So that guy is at peace. Okay, it's been delivered. What is the guarantee that the person has actually read it? So I have a read receipt. But when I get that mail, I get a little window that pops up and says, would you like to send a read receipt? And you know what? 100% of the time, I would say no. Because I didn't want to do that. If I have read it and I'm going to respond to it, I will do it. I will do it at my own time. And it's, after years of having gone through this, and I continue, I am very limited on a social space because of this very reason that I'm scared. Will I say the wrong thing? And these days, sedition charges, you shouldn't be saying this. Just this afternoon, I got a friend request or rather follow request on Instagram, and it creeped me out. It's really weird. And why did it creep me out? Because it had explicit sexual images on it. And I was wondering who, what, where? Are my settings private? Should I do something with my settings? I reported it. I got an email from Instagram saying, thank you so much for reporting this. But that leaves me again wary of using something like this. When we are in that virtual space, please follow that same etiquette you would follow if you were in front of a person. What am I posting? What am I writing? Have I punctuated it correctly? Is the comma in the wrong place? Is it in the right place? A capital could make all of a difference. Forwarding stuff has become the norm of the day today. Just think twice before you do this. I don't want to go on and on about it. There's one thing I definitely like you to forward and like and subscribe is of course my video. I hope you like it and you will spread this message among all your friends, get more subscriptions to the channel, and stay safe, stay blessed. Thank you guys.